Have you ever dreamed of having croissants served in a hotel room in Paris? I am going to give you my secret. With my recipe, you will succeed. Join me on my journey to making the perfect buttery and flaky croissants. Combine water and yeast. Meanwhile, mix flour, sugar, and salt together. Homogenize with the liquid yeast. Then incorporate the 6½ tablespoons of softened butter into the mixture. Continue kneading. When just combined, transfer the dough to your work surface without additional flour. Use your palm to smash the dough and fold it in half and smash it together again. The croissant dough is kneaded after the initial mixing, both to realign the strands of gluten that have begun to develop and to strengthen them to form the network structure of the dough. Kneading, whether by hand or machine, is a way of mixing the dough by stretching it, which is what makes the gluten network stronger. Smells incredible. Dust your work surface and the dough with flour. Deflate the dough and pat it into a rectangle shape. Wrap it and refrigerate overnight. Now, how to make a slab of butter? Here is my secret weapon. Just place the 16½ tablespoons of butter in a 7 by 8 inches plastic bag and shape it into a slab. Once chilled, trim off the edges to take the butter slab out. When the butter slab is soft enough, remove the chilled dough from the refrigerator. Now, in a floured surface, roll the dough into a 15 by 7 inches rectangle. Place the softened butter slab on one half and fold in the other half. Tape the dough gently with the rolling pin. Then roll from the center out until you have a rectangle 24 inches long by 8 inches wide. When you have reached the proper size, sweep off any excess flour, then fold the left corner 2/3 of the dough up to the end, almost. Fold in the right corner and readjust the thickness of the patin. Fold in half like a book. You have now made a double turn called tour double. Repeat the same step and roll out until you have a rectangle 24 inches long by 8 inches wide. Fold the left third of the patin up to the center and the right third over that. You have now made your simple turn. Wrap it up and refrigerate for 1 hour. Meanwhile, to make a perfect egg wash, crack 2 eggs and blend them with a pinch of salt. When the dough has rested, shaping the croissant using half the dough at a time. Chill the other half, making sure the croissant dough is always cold while working with. Roll it to a rectangle 18 inches long by 9 inches wide and 1/8 thick, which is about 3 millimeters. With your chef knife, divide the dough into 6 large croissants. Roll them, giving it that beautiful and familiar look. Repeat this with remaining dough and place the croissants on a greased parchment paper. Brush them with egg wash. You can make the croissants ahead of time and refrigerate them up to 12 hours before baking. Before the proofing process, arrange croissants by 6 on a baking tray. To proof the croissants, place them on a countertop. Set aside to proof for 2.5 to 3 hours at room temperature until puffed up and spongy. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees and bake them for 10 minutes. Then turn down the heat to 375 degrees and bake them for another 12 to 15 minutes. Gorgeous, I love it. You've all been waiting for delicious, buttery and flaky croissants. Sorry guys,